And she was like, it was the scariest thing I've ever seen. Like 1 second of smoke, the next second everything was on fire. Literally just like that.
It's how do I bounce back, change and move forward. But a lot of people can't do that.
And what people fail to understand, they don't actually understand what their business does. I paid $2,000 for a program. I paid $2,500. I paid $1,000. This hour call with you was worth more than all that. As a customer, there is no way to tell that the products are fake.
When we put you onto aftermarket, you're like, how the fuck do people cancel if they pay 50 quid a month for this? Like, what the fuck? This is insane. God, this is going to be ropey, me getting back into this.
Why?
Like,
Why was it like one of them where when you was doing it, you got into
there was
like, the
sometimes
flow
we
of
was
it?
doing like 3 podcasts a week.
Oh, so it was just second nature.
Yeah, second nature, and then we just went to nothing.
Yeah, bro, we'll have a chat. How long do you want to run? Like, is that a timer on there, that microwave? Is that like like not obviously the time right now, but
Nah, mate.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Someone cooks.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Guys, we are back with the Edge podcast. Now, we haven't done a podcast in probably like 6 months. Lots of stuff has been changing internally aftermarket recently. And we moved offices. We've had change of team, new products, new projects. So this got put on the back burner. But this one is one that I've wanted to do probably almost a year now. And it's one that's going to be filled with value. It's around wholesale. And if you've seen anything that we've been working on recently, you've probably seen some bits on social media, you should hopefully know exactly what I'm referring to. If you're looking at getting into the wholesale space, or you're currently selling on Amazon and looking at how you can progress your business, this is the one for you. So today we've got H on the podcast. H, welcome, mate. Thank you for coming on.
Cheers, bro. Like you said, it's been a long time coming.
Yep, it has. This one is going to be a good one. So subscribe, jump into it now. H. We always start, mate, with a bit of background.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone we've had on has had loads of different stories. How basically no one really gets into our space, I would say, as a business owner on a very clear, direct path. Loads of chopping and changing to find what worked for them. How did you get into the space, mate? What's the background like? Where did it all start?
So, like, I know you got most people who would say, oh, I sold sweets in school, I sold candy, I did this. Me was literally zero business minded. My whole upbringing, whole childhood. I know a lot of people that have like family members who have businesses.
So no one in your family is running businesses?
No one, bro. No one's got a limited company. No one's got any of that. So for me, that never crossed my mind. Even going through school, for me, it was literally just get through school playing football.
Yeah.
Literally. So in my head, up until I would say, obviously went through sixth form, didn't concentrate on that one bit because I was playing football. So I had this goal of, right, football.
Yeah.
It's my life. It's all I've known, right? I've been playing
Yeah.
football since I was 9, doing school, obviously. But for me, priority was literally through secondary school, get back home, get changed, go straight to football.
Yeah.
I'll get home at midnight, 11 p.m, sleep, straight up next morning, back to school,
Football.
just for the football the day after.
Yeah.
Right, so that was literally whole way through school, not much learning got done. Obviously, I did well in GCSEs. I didn't find it too
difficult. You switched off at sixth form?
Yes, sixth form for me, it was an understanding that, okay, I'm not going to get down the football route professionally via the conventional way, which is obviously you're getting scouted, you get picked up by an academy in the UK, and then obviously...
Did you ever play for a team in the UK?
I played for many semi-professional teams in the UK, literally Tuesday nights, Saturday nights. Got to sixth form and it's like, okay, I'm ticking on here a bit. Yeah. What else can I do? And one of my friends told me about something whereby you can actually play abroad, play football abroad. So I looked into that, signed up for an agency that will essentially get you into colleges abroad. So I was like, okay, sounds great. I can go down the whole route of playing football in America, hopefully try and draft for the MLS and whatnot, and go down that route. So in my head, that was my vision. Managed to get actually unconditional at university because the guy that did like the predicted grades and whatnot, he was a football coach. So he was like, mate, I know you've got like DDU and you predicted like DDU, but I'll predict you this and this because
So
Obviously,
you were able to use that for your application abroad?
Yeah, got my personal statement done. No, sorry, this was for UK, for submission for UK universities. So obviously I submitted for UK universities just in case. Got an unconditional accounting.
Accounting.
Yeah, just like
Well,
it's not like I had a passion for accounting.
yeah, it's the exact same with me. Like I just picked something that I thought I'd earn well off.
I was like, money, accounting, like let me just do it. So I got an unconditional for that. Didn't deserve it. It was just I was predicted really high grades, which that was based off. But obviously, while this was all going on, I was obviously playing football, collecting footage from these games, editing them, funnily enough, and sending these clips of me playing football, like a highlight reel, right? To universities in America. Managed to get obviously picked up by one. So he went to America. Playing football. So
was you actually learning? Do you have to do education as well, or was it literally?
Yeah, it was learning, but how can I say this? It was like my average grade there across all the subjects was I think 99.95% because it was all multiple choice, and let's say it was very, very easy to cheat the system. Right. So it's like, okay, what answer did you get? Like, it will be like multiple choice. They'll select option A. Incorrect answers option B. I'll be like, okay, B. Enter. So I got through all that. To be fair, I was only there from like August time to March because that's when COVID hit. So literally, COVID happened. I was on spring break in Miami, Panama City Beach, getting absolutely literally on spring break. And that's when COVID started to break out. So we were seeing like the news of like, oh, this country's shutting down, this country's shutting down. And like obviously a lot of our team that was on spring break was internationals. So it was like everyone was stressing like, holy shit, if like these borders are closing down,
what you know?
What we're gonna do?
So did you actually how close were you to finishing the program before COVID hit? How long had you done?
I was only gone for 6 months, 8 months. So it was literally first year spring break. Did the spring break party, and literally on the last couple of days, literally on the day back actually, it was like everyone was like, shit, we've got to get back home. So booked an emergency flight, literally rushed back. We're all like out of our heads. Like thinking this is all some sort of a fever dream, like oh, this disease is taking over the whole world. Got on the last flight back, came back to the UK, and obviously there was nothing to do, was there?
Did you have the option to go back?
I'll get into that now. So nothing to do. So I was like, okay, I can't as a person just sit here and do nothing. I've got to learn a skill, learn a business, do something. Like there's only so many like runs I can go on in a day. There's so many times I can kick football in a day. And that's where Amazon came into play. Because I just looking online, obviously you see those ads on Amazon. Back then those ads on Amazon, mainly American guys. So that's how my whole Amazon journey started. Right, literally just YouTube, consuming free content, and obviously we can go into that a bit more.
So you basically you started it when COVID hit, self-taught. But did you think it was going to grow into something that was going to last, or was it just a time filler before you'd go back to the US? And how come you didn't go back?
Okay, so for me, it was more of a case of, like, honestly speaking, at that time, it was like, I've got nothing to do. Let me just try and do something. Like,
there wasn't a long-term vision there, really.
It wasn't like I said, I have no entrepreneurial background. No one I know owns businesses or whatnot, or knew back then owned businesses. So for me, I was like, let's just give this a go. Like, I got nothing to lose. Bit of fun. And it got to a point where I was like, okay, hang on a second, this is actually working. I still remember to this day, me being sat in my bedroom, just like you know, like a gambling addict on a slot machine, bro. I was literally like, refresh. Wait, this can't be real. Wait, is that real? Like, have I hacked Amazon? Am I doing something dodgy? And I think that was the moment I was like, shit, like, I'm just sat in my room.
Yeah. And the business is running.
I'm literally sat in my room.
Yeah.
Like, I can show you, like, you put it up on the screen or whatever. Like, my snap memories.
Yeah.
My room just, like, covered in tape. But I remember how gassed I was, bro, to spend my first, like, even to buy my first scale.
Yeah.
It's like this big from Amazon, 14 quid, bro.
Yeah,
or like 8 quid. Like, since then, I've gone on to spend 400 quid on a scale, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And it's just like,
when it's growing.
I just, like, in my head, I can't fathom. Like, now it's just like, okay, it's just a scale. I need the best quality scale. Went out of the warehouse. We'll touch on that later.
Yeah.
RIP. Best quality scale. But back then, it was like, I was so happy with, like, what I got back then. Like, the journey, like, and I'm only able to realize that now, literally looking through snap memories. I'm like, wait, I was so gassed with spending 50 quid on bubble wrap.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. So when you, like, let's say you got to this point, what did it actually, first of all, question I've got is it's interesting because so many people come to us and they're nervous, skeptical, worried about starting a business, but you were like almost overly relaxed and just like, oh yeah, I'll just give it a go. Why do you think so many people are like so nervous, so paranoid about it, about starting this endeavour, but for you it was just a simple, I've got no, like you literally said it perfectly because this is how we look at it, I've got nothing to lose, but why, what do you think it is that differentiates people?
You know, genuinely, like, this is how my mindset works. It's like, I knew at that time people were doing it successfully, and in my head it's like, okay, if he can do it, why can't I do it?
It's like the competitive nature from football as well.
I'm extremely competitive. Like, mine is like, okay, if he can do it, why can't I do it?
Yeah.
And why can't I do it better?
Yeah.
So that's how it is. Like, for example, we're touching it later.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Wholesale Academy. Literally, it's just my competitive nature. It has to be the best thing that's out there.
Yeah.
But we'll touch on that later.
Yeah. And then so that journey that you've gone on, and it's obviously gone significantly further than you probably ever envisioned, but why, paint the picture, what did it look like, those ticking off those first milestones? How long was it taking you, like, let's say 0 to 10k sales a month? What did that look like for you?
For me, it was a case of, like, I've literally got, no word of a lie, I've still got the same piece of paper from, it was like not even a notebook, it was like a little, like a post-it note sort of pad.
Yeah.
Literally targets and like revenue, profit margin, profit.
Yeah.
I've literally got like ticks. I've still got it.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was a case of, I was putting in, like, I remember at the start, bro, I was doing literally, my days were like, I had nothing to do. Like, getting up at 7, working till, don't forget, this was like COVID times as well.
Yeah.
So nothing was actually happening.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't do anything. It was just me learning, absorbing information. So right at the start, it was literally like, very start, absorbing as much information as I could.
Mm-hmm.
Podcasts, videos I could find on YouTube, absorbing as much information as I could. When things started to open up, and then things like I could actually get the ball moving with things, it was great. But it was a huge case of, like, I'm spending all these hours, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m, and it's just not working.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm following on YouTube, it's not working to the extent it should be working based on what people's telling me. Like, they're saying to me, go onto Google, type in wholesalers near me, or try and find wholesalers for Colgate, open accounts up with them, go through the price list, and you'll replace your full-time income. Did that, bro. I kid you not. I've got memories on my phone. Me filming, first price list open, gassed. It was with like MX Wholesale, bro. And it's just like, looking now, I'm like, okay.
You realise you were still way off the mark, but in a way, it was still progress.
100%, because if it wasn't for me having that, I would say, competitive nature, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. Like, I would not have, let's say, thought of the methods I used to find suppliers. I would not have accumulated all of the knowledge I have today if it wasn't for that. Because if you think of it this, it could have gone one or two ways, right? I could have, after trying to find all these products, I've literally, bro, no word of a lie, I've sat through a price list with 50,000 products, gone through them one by one, and at the end of it, not found anything.
Yeah.
This was at the start. Obviously now I could probably go through the same process and find stuff based on the knowledge I have now, but because of all that like struggle and the difficulties that were there, for me it was like, okay, shit, if he's making it work, I can make it work.
There's something missing.
Like it was literally like a fight or flight. I literally remember it was like I was sat in front of a screen just like, okay, there's nothing there, now what? And it was desperation in a way, just trying to find something. Obviously that's led to where I am today and the knowledge which obviously I've picked up. And
so, but how long did it take? Like, so for you ticking off that 10k milestone, do you have a gauge on that? How long took it?
That probably took, because I didn't start with a lot, bro. My first wholesale order again, £682 and 30 something p. I remember that because I remember came out my Barclays account, I screenshot it. I was like, oh my god, that's like, what have I done? I thought that was so much money back then. And obviously it still is now, but like in comparison to where I am today, I would say that would have taken a couple of months at least, bro. Because at the time as well, like I was saying, I was trying all these things that weren't working, and I was slowly picking up new strategies and new methods to find different wholesalers, to work with different brands as well. And for me, it was getting my whole head around. It was a huge learning curve. Huge. It was like, okay, I've got a limited company open, now what? Okay, pay via bank transfer. Okay, that sounds a bit dodgy. Why do you want me to pay via bank transfers? Because you're not going to transfer me the money back if something goes wrong. Like all of these things, like it was all like alien to me.
You're just navigating a new landscape that
like
because you didn't have any proper structured guidance, did you? It was sort of the Wild West, and that's. I think a lot of people always go to us like, you can get this information for free on YouTube. You can do this, you can do that. You can, but you can also pick up the wrong things. It could be like instill like something that someone's using in the US or how they're telling you to run it. If it's coming from a US mentor, it doesn't necessarily mean it's as applicable. Well, it might be applicable here, but it might not be as effective.
Yeah, I just think that's the thing. Like, in one way, it was very like, here's everything you can do. Yeah, but I can do that. Is that going to work? Or is that just you showing it in an easy way on YouTube so you get people to sign up for your program? It's one of them. And
you don't know. And like, obviously, everyone's got different incentives, and we see it all the time, don't we, where people are just selling shit sort of education because they prefer to make money from the information as opposed to it being actually running a wholesale business. And like, you've moved into the information space now, but you've done it the right way round. You've built the successful business first and then leveraged all of that experience. Too many people now will sell on Amazon for a month and then think I can start coaching.
Mate, it's a joke. Like, I'll see literally people saying, now selling mentorship, now selling coaching, and it's just like, they've got like 2 months worth of sales. I'm like, what the fuck are you, what are you going to teach someone? How to send stock into Amazon?
It's exactly why it gets a bad rap, like the whole industry of actually selling an online course.
It's, that's the thing, like with our program, again, we'll touch on it, you are not going to find any of it on YouTube because it's literally what I do, my experience, how I've got to where I am today. It's like, you can't mimic it. It's like, if you have, you've copied the program. There's no two ways about it. It's literally my systems, which I've implemented in my business. No one's going to copy me because I made them. But yeah, so there's a lot of, and understandably so, people are skeptical of like these courses and programs because I've seen most of them. And the shit,
it's shocking.
Like,
you can look at the module, like a module list that, without it even going into depth, but you can assess the quality of the product based on that alone, and the majority of them have 10-20% of what you're teaching.
If that, bro.
So back onto this now. So with your wholesale business, obviously you've come back from the US, kicked it off in COVID, started ticking off milestones. Why did you double down on wholesale from the get-go and not start with like the OA and aerospace? Because that's usually the traditional way in, but why did you go straight in at the deep end?
So for me, I'll be completely honest, because when I first logged into my Amazon account, obviously Amazon's whole dashboard and whatnot's changed over the years, but when I first logged in, what they love to smash in your face was seller forums. I would see swear on my life, every day, seller forums, help my accounts got shut down, help my accounts got shut down, help my accounts got shut down. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's reason to be paranoid. I'd click into these forums, read, and it's like, hi, Amazon's not accepting our receipt we got from Tesco. Hi, Amazon's not accepting our receipt we got from this. Oh, I ordered from this online retailer. And there was literally these sellers saying, well, Amazon's terms of service states that you can't do that because they class it as secondhand because you're buying it from a retailer.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's secondhand because you're not buying it as a company.
Yes.
So that's why I didn't, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that, because if I ever get stung, there's no way back for me.
Yeah.
But from the sounds of things, with people doing bigger RA and OA numbers, that's changed, or I don't know.
They still don't accept receipts. It's just not common that, like, it's not like you're being asked actively.
Yeah.
It still happens. They're gonna kick up a fuss if you don't if you've not got that legit invoice, but it's not like a huge barrier to entry. You can't progress with it. But we still encourage everyone, and like, it's how we run it with the wholesale academy now. It still should just be an incubator. Get that proof of concept, tick the box that you like this business model, tick the box that it works for you, lay the foundations, and then transition out. Because, look, you know that's where the scalability is, it's where the consistency is, and it's sort of where, if you are serious, you do have to get onto that at some point.
Yeah, but that was literally the reason for me.
Yeah.
I never knew all this. Like even now, I'll see people, because obviously now I'm a bit more involved in the space and whatnot. I see people getting stuff removed with receipts and whatnot. So okay, they must know something that I don't. But obviously that's not something I went down to try and crack down and figure out. Okay, can I do OA and RA, and find workarounds around it? At the time, I thought in my head, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not going to do it. What Amazon's selling is, as a third-party seller, is partnering with distributors and brands directly and selling on Amazon. So that's why I went down the wholesale route. And then, obviously, with all the knowledge I picked up doing the wholesale stuff, understanding how to read data on Amazon, understanding what companies want from their customers, their accounts, went into the brand exclusivity side of things as well. So now it's literally wholesale and brand exclusivity.
Yeah, and this is one big thing that I wanted to touch on with you. You stress all the time about switching the narrative and showing the wholesaler, distributor, the brand, the value you give to them, why they should be working with you. Explain this.
That is literally business. Like, way too many people, and you know this, they approach their business as a side hustle. It's like, I've had meetings with account reps, I've gone to dinner with account reps, and it's like they laugh at 99% of Amazon sellers because they don't know what they're doing. They'll make a phone call, hi, can I open an account, a brick and mortar store? Yeah. I'm like, no, just shut up. Your delivery address is a prep center. Like, they'll know. Like, I joke with account reps about this, and it's like, you've got to understand, you are a business, act like a business. Okay, what does every business have? Every business operates fundamentally on exchanges in value. Every single company.
Transactional.
Literally.
Whether it's actually financial or any other means.
Or information. Every business is a transactional value. So you're telling me you're going to go up to a supplier and say, hi, can I have a volume discount or sell on Amazon? Gimme. Like, what? Like, that's not how it works.
All the calls I do around the wholesale space, everyone has the misconception that why do you want to go into wholesale? Because you know that anyone who wants to work with you, I pre-qualify. Why do you want to go into it? Oh, well, I know I can get better pricing because I can negotiate. And immediately from the get-go, it's no. Yes, it's what we want and it's the end goal, but you can't go in and expect to be fucking take.
Yeah, it's like, and what people fail to understand is, because it hinges on a lot of things, they don't actually understand what their business does. Fundamentally, I sell on Amazon as a wholesale seller. Okay, what does that really mean in terms of the supply chain of products, right? And if you don't have that knowledge, and let's say an ethos around your company, how are you actually going to go in, talk with the supplier, negotiate with the supplier, develop a relationship with the supplier, if you're dilly-dallying around what you do and you don't know what you do yourself? So when it comes to working with these suppliers and actually making money with them, you obviously tell them you sell on Amazon, you don't lie to them, and you explain the advantages that come with being an Amazon seller, while at the same time alleviating the disadvantages that come with being an Amazon seller as a customer for a wholesale company. Now, what I mean by that is, like I said, exchanges in value. Think about how you can offer these suppliers value. I'm going to say this very simply now. Like, what is the whole purpose of a wholesale company? To sell stock in volume to their customers. What's the whole purpose of an Amazon seller who sells on Amazon and does wholesale? To sell stock in volume to the customer. So it's literally a match made in heaven. You just got to understand what causes these wholesalers to not want to work with these Amazon sellers. And once you understand that, you take their pain points and you flip and you manipulate them a bit. It's literally that. Take their pain points. Okay, I understand they're your pain points, but this is what we can do for you. This is a value that we can do, like offer you. While at the same time, you know what? We'll put these parameters in place to ensure that the pain points that you have, we aren't going to add to them, basically. So it's literally you're working with the company. You're offering them value in one way. Your business sits there, and then you're offering obviously customers on Amazon value, best pricing and next day delivery.
So why, in your opinion, do so many of these like coaches, mentors, whatever you want to call them, why do they get their customer to position themselves as a non-Amazon seller? They've got a brick and mortar.
Many things. Okay, first of all, a lot of them, let's say, I'm just giving you an example now. Let's say if I told you, Jack, lie to wholesalers X, Y, and Z that you don't sell on Amazon, get accounts open, sell the stock on Amazon. You get an account open, sell stock on Amazon. You're going to send me a screenshot. I did X amount in sales today. Okay, what's going to happen is a rep's going to call you. So why are you selling on Amazon? You told me you don't sell on Amazon. You're going to be, phone call, relationship gone. I'm going to have a screenshot of you getting sales. I can post it. My client's just done X amount of sales today. I get a result, you get nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Second thing is you need to have an understanding, like I've just said, of your company ethos. What does your business actually do? Okay. On your About Us page on your website, is it a load of shit, or is it actually about your company or what you're trying to build? Are you trying to build a long-term sustainable business? If so, these are the sorts of companies these wholesalers want to work with. So I think people are told to lie because they don't even know what sorts of companies wholesalers want to work with. These mentors, they don't know. Because they haven't had meetings in person with reps. They haven't spoke to reps. They haven't been doing it for X amount of years. They haven't had these experiences to actually know what to tell people to say to companies to get in with them.
And so on this point then, like a lot of it that you're saying here, it's coming down to, and I know you stress it, building the relationship.
Experiences as well. Like, I only know the importance because I've done it. I've had these meetings. I've had people at my warehouse. I've had like the awkward conversations. I've had, bro, my first meeting was in a Subway.
I remember you telling me about
this. It was so funny, bro. Like, obviously, like I said, everything was alien to me. Night tech tracksuit. It's like, where do you want to meet? I was like, city centre, Subway. I thought that was normal. I was like, So, tell me why I'm sat there in a night tech tracksuit, sat there. Guy walks in, fully tailored suit, tuxedo, literally had a Gucci bag on him, iPad, walked in like me. I was like, oh shit, what have I done here?
But if you hadn't been for, again, this is the thing, it's none of this is bad. It's making mistakes, and again, people are too scared to make the mistake. But it's not. It's as stupid as it sounds, and it should be intuitive. It is learning, and you wouldn't.
This exact guy, he's helped me out a lot. Like, he's gone out of his way to do things for me, including, like, for example, that's how this relationship started. Now, I'll give you a little timeline. So he helped me out. It was a Friday, about 3-4 p.m. and I needed an invoice. I can't remember what the reason was for now. I needed an invoice. I was like, shit, I need an invoice. Like, I need a picture of stock. Amazon are asking for it. I was like, I can't leave this because then it's going to be pending till Monday. I called him. I was like, I need like some sort of invoice of this picture of stock. Like, do you know anyone that will be able to do this for me? He said, visit this wholesale company in Birmingham. Very good friends of mine. I'll give him a call now. Just turn up. He'll give you an invoice, generate you an invoice, take a picture of stock and submit it to Amazon. So literally, call me back 5 minutes later. Said, yeah, ready to go. He's waiting for you. Drove there, took a picture. He generated me an invoice, took a picture of stock, submitted it to Amazon. There within an hour and a half, just because that's the same guy I met in the Subway. It's relationships.
Yeah, and it's having the ability. It's just, look, at the very start, you probably didn't present yourself in the best way, but then I've watched you at Spring Fair. So for anyone who's watching, like, I wanted to see H's, I don't know, I guess say capabilities and abilities, like how good is this guy? Because I got introduced to you through Aaron. We'll explain how this came about a little bit later on. But Aaron, he's been on the podcast before, in demand. He works at Aftermarket. He introduced me to H, and he was like, this guy is a fucking wizard. You need to speak to him. We need to see if we can get him to start doing some work with the members to help them develop the wholesale business. So I wanted to see this in person, and that Spring Fair, mate, was hilarious. We have got a YouTube video on, so after you've watched this one, go to that. But again, I'd always assumed beforehand you had to lie to these account reps, because I'd had no experience in wholesale. You had to lie. You had to say you were doing X, Y, Z, whatever. You weren't an Amazon seller. You were going up loud and proud saying I'm an Amazon seller, and by the end of every conversation, they were chucking business cards at you. You didn't ask for one, and it's all on camera. You can go and watch it after this. So you didn't ask for one, and you left with plenty of business cards because they wanted to work with you, and you was honest.
You know what the worst thing is? Like 90% of that content we haven't actually been able to film because or release because they didn't let us film it. Like the more serious companies were like,
we do need to actually get to that as well, don't we, Joe? Trying to arrange that, because this is I think we might have at one point touched on it, that we may release some of this, but we'll actually get back onto that, because a lot of the people who we met, whether it be brands or wholesalers, whatever, they said we could go down, didn't they? Film, showcase a little bit of their operations, but then provide some more value to you guys and some education, but that all went off the back of your conversation and them being impressed with you.
Yeah, it was because it was a case of, the worst thing was, I shouldn't say the worst thing, but like at the end of the every conversation I had, I was like, okay, so now what? Now we've had this conversation about Amazon sellers, now what is it? And they were all like, we can spot them from a mile off, and they're all just going to say the same shit. We don't want to work with them. It's a waste of time. Because, okay, people, first, they lie.
Yep.
There'll be all this hassle, right, to get an account open. Then they follow up with all the other bullshit like, can we place a test order?
Yeah.
Oh, we only want 10 units of this. Oh, they might place an order. Oh, it's gated. Oh, can we send the stock? It's just like, what? That is not how business is done. It's like,
you don't want to be, like you said earlier, you
don't want to be an inconvenience.
You don't want to be adding pain.
What they want is, yes, we're getting an account open with the company. We do consistent business with them over the long term. They're a constant revenue driver. For example, yesterday, had a phone call with one of my reps, literally while on a walk with my dog. Called me up, said, okay, you've told me you spend X a week on stock with your current companies that you work with, right? I want that revenue. I want you to be spending that money with me. Okay, send me your top 10 best lines. I'll try and beat them. I'll try and source them in for you. Okay, and anything that you're currently buying from us, let me know what you need maneuverability and pricing on. What did I say to him? So that's fine. What I'll do for you is I'll create you a document with all the ASINs we're currently selling, how they perform, the prices that they're at, the average prices, using data points X, Y, and Z, or Z. You can tell I lived in America. X, Y, and Z, and tell me what you can do. So I'm literally showing these, and he was like, you know what? That's a great idea. That's literally a gem for you. If you want to negotiate, show them data.
Yeah, I think that's what, again, but it's being transparent, isn't it? And it's being fair from both sides, because look, that account, you explain, why does that account rep want your revenue? Why do they want you to
Amazon's a machine. Amazon is the biggest online retailer in the UK. It's a machine. All these, if you can consistently, the worst thing is the best thing is I literally said to him, I was like, bro, data, we've got, I can show you data that will literally say, look, he can take a pallet of this every other week. The data's there since the listing's been launched.
But why is he incentivized to get your revenue? That's what I want to get to. Because a lot of people, if the brand needs wholesale, they won't want to know why that wholesaler, like each account rep, they have incentives, don't they?
They have sales targets. Again, you can negotiate with that. Literally,
So,
like for example, I had account rep say to me, oh mate, can you delay your order to next week? Like I need a little boost next week. I said, I'll do that just for you, buddy. Don't you worry. Give me a discount. Give me a discount. There you go,
Yeah.
job done.
Yeah, yeah,
Literally just using. It's just value exchange.
Yeah. It's playing both sides, isn't it? Like, and that's where it's again transactional. That look, you're doing favors for them, but they'll do it for you. It's not having the approach that the wholesale should be just be doing favors for one-sided.
If you scratch their back, they'll scratch yours.
Yep.
That's business at the end of the day.
And
but for some reason, when it comes to Amazon wholesale, everyone just forgets that business is like the whole thought process behind business. Everyone just forgets it.
It isn't. I think too many people go to the mindset with it that it's a short-term cash grab, whether they're actually actively considering that or not. But they're not going into that initial conversation thinking, I want to be working with this rep for the next 5 years. It doesn't revolve around that. It's just where's the next profit? Where's
That's
the next
where
bit
people
of profit?
like they're costing themselves so much money, not just on the products that they can buy, but these sales reps as people, so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, for example, a lot of these guys have been in the trade for years, like tens, like older than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not 10, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
more than, like, for example, yesterday I was chatting with the same account rep. Yeah, I've been in the game 20 years. I'm like, nearly older than me. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
like, I'm 24, but like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
been in the game, like, literally my whole lifespan, bro.
Yeah.
So the people that they know and they're able to put me in touch with, if opportunities come about, for example, like the Bugatti Champagne,
Yeah.
that guy's been in the alcohol trade older than I've been alive.
Yeah.
And the people
And that
he
was
knows.
it. Like that was a simple. So this was just it's something that came again from this, and sort of this networking and relationship building, where I came to you with something that had come to me. Can it work? You said yes. I've got the man that can do all of this, and then it's you had confirmation that everything could be done like as soon as.
Like, for example, like with what Jack's saying, walked up to me, some champagne.
Yeah.
I've been offered exclusivity on this. I'm like, okay, I know just the man.
Yeah.
The man that I'm talking about, he's bid for like exclusivity for Ace of Spades, well-known alcohol. Literally supplied Costco and whatnot. Literally got the head buyer, alcohol buyer for Costco's phone number. He can generate me a customer list like this for alcohol suppliers, which we can actually supply to with the champagne. He's also knows another guy who owned like 300 odd off-license stores. It's like, that's just a relationship. That person I'm alluding to, first time I met him at the warehouse, gave him a bottle of famous grouse.
Yeah.
Because I knew he had background in the alcohol trade.
Yeah.
Kid you not, bro. In that meeting, we had his laptop in my office, bro, going through orders. I can't say the wholesalers' names, but other pretty big wholesalers in the UK and the prices that they were getting offered.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll give you better pricing than them. I was like, well, how can you give me better pricing than them? He's like, because your business, it's not going to affect them.
Yeah.
We're not going to affect their current accounts. Yeah, we'll give you better pricing than them. I'll just tell my manager we're doing a local promotion in Birmingham every other month. Just order double the stock.
Yeah.
So then I knew I was getting the best pricing. Again, what did I do? I showed him data of what's on Amazon, how it performs, what sorts of margins we're making. Okay, if you give us, even like this is another example for everyone. If you give us like, for example, what I've just said, let's say I say to him, look, I could take 300 units a month off you at this price point. There's 3 competitors on the listing.
Yeah.
However, if you're able to give me 3% off, I could take 500 units off you a month. Why is that? Because that third competitor, they've never ever repriced below this price point. So they are not a competitor in this lower price range. So if you give us that better pricing, we're able to move to that lower price range, and we've got one less competitor. You make the decision. Are you going to give us better pricing?
Yep.
And basically, are you willing to sacrifice some margin for some volume and more longevity? Then when you weigh it out, we'll actually be generating X% more revenue per month or per year, right, when it all adds up. So it's just, how I like to word it is, we're translating Amazon data, data you're getting from your softwares, your keepers, your seller amps, all of these fancy softwares, and translating that into obviously your head, which obviously first that takes time to get around. Then once you've got obviously the hang of that, you can translate it to the suppliers and help them understand where your business actually sits, where their products sit within your Amazon ecosystem, basically.
And in terms of like a negotiation strategy, being transparent, do they view that as something that's sort of appreciated and it sort of builds trust from the get-go, from your experience? Because at the end of the day, when you set up a business, you're doing it with the aim to make a profit. you're going to show them, look, based on this, this, and this, I can make this, but in turn, you're making this. Happy days. It's not that they're out there to crush you and to take a penny pinch from you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want a penny pinch from them. It's a fair transaction and it's a good relationship.
Yeah. So this is just literally one of the negotiation strategies that's one of them you can use. But with any negotiation you're going to, I was only able to do that, position myself in that way, because I had a very, very good relationship with that person and a certain element of trust. I'm not just going to go in and show everyone like what sorts of margins we're making on certain products. That was a good relationship, and I knew that would get us over the line. Like I said, with negotiation, very important part of it is understanding who you are talking to and how you can essentially get pricing down according to them. Like, for example, in the academy, we go through over 10 negotiation strategies, but it's down to me, the person who's negotiating, to decide which one is best based on the person that they're talking to and the business and the product.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So, now, let's sort of sideline this into Aaron meeting us. How did you even get to the point, because you've been building this wholesale business, how did you get to a point where you actually were starting to help people? What did that look like? How did that line come about?
How I started with the helping people was I literally had content. Well, it wasn't even content, bro. It was literally, I've seen a lot of people posting stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that looks fun. Let's get involved with that.
Yeah.
Seems a bit of me. Yeah, man. It's not even like, now it's gone to a next level. But then it was literally just posting picture, pallet in today. Warehouse shutters.
It's almost like documenting your journey as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just for me, bro. Like, for example, now, like the memories I look back on, like I'm able to like relate to or like mention now. I only know because of my Snapchat memories and my Instagram memories are going through my feed. Posting all this stuff. I'm starting to get messages like, oh wait, how are you doing that? Like, how have you done that? Oh, you've got a brand exclusivity deal. You work directly with a brand. What's that? Just like, okay, it's this. Happy to like message you what I'm doing. It's fine. Like, it's helping people. Literally over messaging, right? And then, so that would happen. Literally just going about my day. Meeting today with the account rep, posting it, story.
Yeah.
That's most of it was just stories, bro. Yeah. Like a shot Snapchat, but like on a story.
Yeah.
And so that was happening, and then it got to a point where I was getting so many messages, and I got to a point where I was getting messages. I was sending paragraphs like helping people genuinely. Question, paragraph, seen. Like, fuck you then.
Yeah.
I've literally got out of my way, giving you a very good answer. In-depth answer.
Yeah.
Seen, ignored. I'm like, okay.
It is crazy. I've met so many people are like that.
And it's like, what?
Yeah. You're wasting your time.
I still do it though. Like now. But so yeah, helping a lot of people via messaging. And then I saw people like starting to offer consultation calls. Just on it. Like on social media. I was like, hang on a second. I know what this guy does. I know what he sells. He don't do wholesale.
Yeah.
He's doing some dodgy shit.
Yeah.
He's trademarking stuff he shouldn't be. What are you talking about in your calls?
It
was like one of them.
Yeah.
And it was like, you're charging people, but you're like, it's not adding up. So then it was like, I think I'm pretty sure first call, or one of my first calls, it was like, someone wanted some really in-depth help. And I was like, okay, mate, what I can do for you is we can do a Zoom call. But obviously there's going to be a cost involved because I've got a lot of messages. At the time I was actively running like the business like full time. So it took my time up. So it was literally a simple Zoom call. Here, obviously cash, well, not cash, that sounds very dodgy, but like cost for the Zoom call. Great. Had a phone call. Hi mate, hope you enjoyed the call. Bang. Massive review. I was like, thanks. I paid $2,000 for a program. I paid $2,500. I paid $1,000. This hour call with you was worth more than all that. I was like, okay, great start. Let's post up. Client review. Great, really great feeling helping people. Post up. Hi, my friend had a call with you last week. Can I have a call with you?
Yeah.
Bang. And then it just
wildfire.
I don't know. I was thinking, how does like, what's going on here? So it's got to a point now where I'm doing sometimes 2 calls a day. many calls a week, literally just helping people, all by literally word of mouth. No, like
it's the best way. It's the best way to get to sort of market and sell, because it's taking, naturally people are skeptical, but if it's through word of mouth, it's coming directly from one of your customers with their experience to someone who will trust them. So it's like almost immediate, no brainer. I'm paying the money, almost hassle free for you,
bro. Yeah, and I kid you not, the amount of people that said to me, up the pricing of the calls. Like at the time, I think it was 2-hour call, it'd been like 200 quid. After a couple of months of it, obviously going. And they're like, I've paid $2,000 for a program. What was in this call is worth more than that whole program. It's 2 hours.
Yep.
Up your cost of your call. At the end of every call, I have a Q&A. I was like, how'd you hear about me? Any feedback? 99.9% of the feedback was up the cost of the call. Why didn't I do it? Because, bro, on these calls, I was talking to people, like, for example, single mothers who have paid $2,000 for a wholesale program. And they sat on me with that call, just like, I was told to lie here, I was told to do, and it's just like, what on earth is going on here? Like, I'm not increasing the cost of a 2-hour call. We're keeping it at that, right?
And so you would basically run it with this 2-hour call. It was sort of not structured, it was more so tailored in the sense that you come to me with your question topic.
Yeah. It wasn't like one of them stupid calls where you give me 200 quid, I'll sit there for 2 hours and chat shit. No, it wasn't that. It was, you had to fill in a pre-qualification form. It had over 20 questions on, in depth, so I knew every single, as much as I could, basically as much as you typed in about your business.
Yep.
Open, no character limits, and I'd go through that before each call, literally pick inefficiencies within the business, and we'll go through everything.
Yep.
2 hours. Go through different methods on finding suppliers, all that stuff. So helped, I think it was over 200 people. That was just via literally word of mouth, no marketing.
Yep.
Nothing. Word of mouth, posting on my story. Help this person. This person's now doing, like, for example, I've had people on the verge of quitting after having paid for mentorship, gone to, like, say, from 3K a month to 50K a month.
Yep.
I've literally taken them from, hey, I'm really struggling and don't know what to do. It's like a last hurrah. I just should pay for this call that everyone's doing.
Did you never question this? Like, so for example, like, I know you've showed me, and I've seen them because it's then fed into other marketing that we've used, like that 3K to 50K and stuff like that, as an example. Charge £200, but the level of value to get someone from on the verge of quitting at 3K up to 50K, did you never look at that and think, I should be charging more?
Bro, like, in my head, at the time, I'm just an Amazon seller helping people in the evenings.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. And yeah, like, for example, that example I've just given you, I've helped him with the literally A to Z. Like, literally, we've had calls from the start to our last call was how to implement VAs, incentivize your packers, add systems for your packing processes. So from literally the ground to up there. Yep. And it was never a case of, I've helped this person do this, I should charge more. That never ever genuinely crossed my mind. It was, in my head, it was like, okay, if I can sit on a call and help someone who's perhaps done wrong before in 2 hours, I'm fine with this.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Yep. And so then sort of how we ended up meeting, it came from, so you worked with Aaron, you worked with, was it Phil Taylor?
Yeah.
Who else did you work with in that group?
It was Aaron. There was quite a few in the server.
It's basically so a lot of...
I didn't know that though.
Yeah.
Like when...
You didn't know Discord, like what Discord was, did you?
I thought... I don't know if I can say that, I'll probably... I thought... I don't offend all the Discord users out there, but my preconception of Discord is very, very different to what I've actually found it out to be. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I thought Discord was one thing, turns out it's a very useful tool.
Yeah. Because I remember when... you even said this, like, when you came onto the platform though, you were like, when we put you onto aftermarket, you were like, how the fuck do people cancel if they pay 50 quid a month for this? Like, what the fuck? This is insane.
Yeah, like, genuinely, I remember I said to him, I was like, what have you, like, this can't be 50 quid a month.
Yeah.
This has to be more than 50 quid a month.
Yeah.
It's even if you use the price drop monitor, as they call that, right?
Yeah.
even if you just use them to shop or buy gifts, you're going to make 50 quid back.
Yeah.
It's literally, even if you don't use the platform to resell.
Yeah. You could use them for your Unibot, the discount.
You can just, what?
Yeah.
You can literally just use it to enter giveaways.
Yeah.
You
There's no way, yeah.
Like,
you're not making
I said that, I was like, how are people complaining about this service at 50 quid a month?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't get it.
Yeah.
I was like, even aside from selling anything, you've got literally
From
like
savings.
a mini hacker bot there telling you
yeah.
like, oh, they've made a mistake in their pricing.
Yeah.
Take their money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was interesting for me, and I think you've gone around, you've got to this point in the most perfect way possible, where you have built a thriving, successful business, you've learned a lot, and you've then come into the education space. Like we said, too many people sort of try and do them at the same time. It might be like 2 months in, and then they're already selling mentoring. But it starts with the friends, but then quickly, it might be that they help the friends open up an account, and the mate said, oh, I'll buy you a round, here's 50 quid, whatever. But then it quickly spirals because the cogs get turned and people think, I'll sell information. But when we see it, because it's now with you, it's almost like in a lot of cases, you're picking up the pieces for these other mentors that are delivering shit.
The worst thing is, I know exactly. I just want to give everyone like a little rundown of what's going on in my head. So I've spoken to over 200 people. Bear in mind, I would say 199 of them paid for Amazon education before.
Mm-hmm.
So I know exactly what the other programs are teaching and what shit about them.
Mm-hmm.
So do you not think if I was to release a product, it wouldn't be the best product that's out there? Because I know what all the downfalls are.
Yeah.
It's just A, it's logic.
Yeah.
And B, the other ones are really, really subpar.
Yeah.
And like I alluded to earlier, I'm very competitive. So even the calls, they had to be the best quality. Like for example, the advertised as 2-hour calls. I literally had a call 3.5 hours. I would not leave that call. I literally made it very clear on every call. However long you need, I'm here to help you.
Yeah. You paid the money, but you've approached it with a mentality as well that people also appreciate, that it's not just money driven.
Something I want to say is, like, you can go on my Instagram, in my highlights, Scott, you can see more than 200 reviews, screenshots of real people messaging me, tagged them, you can message them, and all the people that have helped me, I've helped.
Yeah.
Anytime they message me, I'll get back to them. That's one thing I say to everyone. Literally, I'll have people messaging me, like today, that helped 2 years ago, I need help with this. I'll help them.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, well, thank you. The amount of times as well, this is something that caught me massively off guard. I paid this mentor a year ago. Now he doesn't get back to me. It's like, what? Mm-hmm. How can someone, like, my head, that doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Well, this is why as well it damages the industry for us, because it makes it harder. It makes it hard to, like, in a way, like, you won't mind this. We've just been for a meeting in town, sold access to Wholesale Academy to someone for the next intake, and he'd already done education, but then it was subpar. He admits it. It wasn't like a full structured thing, but there was still questions and an element of skepticism based on that and service delivery, and it putting a negative stigma on what you can do.
What I can't believe genuinely is programs that are out there, you can find 99% of it on YouTube.
Yep.
99%. What I've put together, what we've put together, essentially, you are not going to find the information in there. It's from me.
Yeah.
You're not going to find it on YouTube.
Yep. Because you haven't put it there.
Because I haven't put it there.
Yeah.
And if it's on YouTube, it's highly likely someone's, like, I've had it before. I've literally had a 2-hour call with someone, run this person through things that have happened in my life, like real life examples of certain meetings, certain contracts I've signed with certain suppliers. Kid you not, bro. Day later, TikTok live. Yeah, I've had this meeting with this supplier last. Same thing I said. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Buy my 20 quid course.
It's
just rip up. I was like, what is going on? And I guarantee you, actually, it's a funny story. I know what was in what he was selling was literally a carbon copy of everything I told him. Because a couple of months down the line, I had a call with someone. He's like, you know what? I bought this thing off some guy on TikTok. Very similar to stuff you're showing me, but it just didn't make sense. It just sounded like he was, he could tell it wasn't like his stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a funny
That's
story.
where the cracks just.
But yeah, like I was saying, 99% of these programs you're finding, it puts a bad name on everything, bad rap, because people are paying.
And now a quick word from our sponsors.
SellerAmp SaaS is one of the best tools that you can get your hands on when doing Amazon FBA. So SellerAmp allows you to understand key metrics that will allow you to assess the profitability of an item. So some of these metrics include the current selling price on Amazon, the number of sales per month, the return on investment on that product, and also the profit after fees. You can also sign up through our link. You'll get 2 weeks free trial, and you'll also get 50% off your first month if you use our discount code. SellerAmp is a tool that 99% of our members use, and if you want to find your own products, it's critical. Took a little break there. It started drilling outside. You might have picked it up on the last clip. Now, back into it. So tell us the problem that you see consistently with the education space.
When it's like you actually break it down, bro, and you look at what's actually in these other programs, like I said, 99% of it's on YouTube. It's like how to start an Amazon account, how to send stock into Amazon, how to polybag a product. How can you? That doesn't make sense.
We get it like when I take these calls where people will say, "Well, I've paid this, I've done this." A lot of it is they'll say like, "It was advertised to me that there was 30, 40 hours of content that I was getting." But 50% of that is basically examples repeating the same process over and over and over again just to bulk it out from a hour's perspective and make it look like you're getting more value, when it could, showing one sourcing method could have been done in 40 minutes, it's actually been dragged out across 3 hours to try and make it look like there's more.
Yeah, it's just like I've said, it's like, for example, our program, right? Nothing, like I said, I do is you can find on YouTube. I don't even teach how to. Our curriculum does not cover. Well, my side of things doesn't cover how to start an Amazon account, how to send stock in. That's already done by you. Like, I do all the wholesale stuff, all that stuff. I do not spend any teaching hours doing, because I don't believe, from a customer perspective, like, we can't advertise as, oh, we've got X amount of hours of content, and fucking half of that content be how to create an Amazon account. That's just stupid. I would never do that. So that's why, like, it's on YouTube for free.
It's you're only basically delivering value-driven content that is purposeful and not wasting anyone's time. It's just all about efficiency.
Content, literally. It generates the most revenue, or generate you revenue. Sorry. Does that make sense? It's not going to be like, yes, I can sit here. We can well and truly advertise the program as double the length of time and waste everyone's time how to open up an Amazon account, how to send stock in, how to prep stock correctly. But it's just like, that's
at this point,
people shouldn't be paying for that. That's not information. They should be paying for. You should be paying for all the information I've accumulated over 5 years, which got me to where I am today, which is what people are leaving the testimonials on, and which is what's actually helping people.
Now, on that, for you, I want to take this into sort of, for people that are selling on Amazon, they know how to do that, they've laid the foundations. First of all, why? Because if most people are starting in the OA and RA space, why should they start looking into wholesale?
Do you want, like, for example, RA, very simple answer is, do you want to be able to work from wherever you want? That's the simplest answer. If you're doing RA, you have to do these trips to Tesco and all these other RA stores. I don't do RA, so I don't know. The only RA stuff I know is, like, obviously what you and Sam and them like do. So that's where you've got to think of it. Do you want to be able to drive to Tesco and make 200, 3 quid in profit, one off, never be able to replenish those items? That's one thing. Or do you want to develop a relationship with a supplier, get access to 20 ASINs, which will make you $2,000 a month?
And I think that, look, as well, I want you to expand on this, but I have my opinions on it. Amazon can be whatever you want it to be. Some people simply want to make an extra $2,000 a month, and they're happy with it being sort of, like, I know that you can, for example, with wholesale, you can get it to a point where you put systems in place and it becomes pretty much hands off. Like I've seen you here, and like you've lived here for a week, and you do 1 hour a day on the business.
Yeah, like now we're doing 100k a month, literally an hour a day, if that. Like for example, a day for me could be 3 phone calls. For example, hi, replay an order of our last order. So that's with the wholesaler. Call logistics company. 3 pallets need collecting next week Tuesday. Same address as last time. That could be a day. Another day could be, which is a bit more I would say laptop based, but I enjoy, is utilizing certain softwares to place replens. So for example, looking at a piece of data, that software is literally giving me, saying, look, you need to replan this many units on this date based on the lead time you've put in, literally based on all the systems I've already put in place. I'm just being fed data and making decisions.
Yeah, you're just basically executing now.
I could, if I wanted to, make that 0 hours a day.
Yeah.
But I like to have some element of control.
And what I think is, and we don't want to, I don't think we want to definitely not mislead anyone here. It's not always been like that. It's took
what's so important, bro, is that's taken years of information and hard work and hours. That's taken a long time to get to this point. It's
ticking boxes consistently, right?
Yeah.
But it's like what I was getting to is like every strategy in Amazon has its place. OA and RA, you could actually come onto our Discord and read through all the information, watch the videos, and understand how to do it from a foundational level in a day. You can't do that with what you're doing. You've got to commit more time. You've got to put in extra effort. And to be honest with you, if you're not gonna study it properly and follow through every process, there is an element of higher risk exposure if you're not managing everything correctly than you would with OARA. Some people don't want to commit to that. But for the serious people who want to be making a lot of money consistently and they're sold on the idea that they're going to be running this business for the future to come, and they're not putting the time span on it, we've got to move into it. So would you agree?
It's an actual business from my point of view. It's like we are developing relationships with brands, with distributors, with wholesalers. We're offering them value. We're procuring their stock consistently. That is the goal of our company. We have a business goal there, essentially, to shift stock consistently via these wholesalers and brands. That's our goal. That can be done over the long term.
And at what point do you think in someone's OARA journey or Amazon journey in general, do you think that they should be making the move to wholesale?
Honestly, once they know how to send stock in, and I know I know it works. Know that, okay, this is sold. I'm making profit. I can see it works. Now let's actually get into, again, it depends on what you want really, bro, as well. Do you want a business that develops you a consistent income every month and potentially replace your full-time income? Do you want to put the hours in first? Because obviously there are hours you need to put in at the start. Do you want to put those hours in first, then essentially reap the rewards later down the line? Or do you want to do work here and there and make an extra 200-300 quid here and there?
And that's where like it's completely flipping it in a way. And I'll describe this: you have to front load all the work up with wholesale. It's intense at first, but then it's got the promise of getting easier once you've got that portfolio.
You've got to build the foundations first. You are not going to get to a point where I am. Like for example, if you think you can get to where I am in a year, with the knowledge I give you, I would say that's possible, more than possible, if you have the knowledge I give you. But then again, let's not forget that's 5 years worth of knowledge.
And but it's 5 years worth of knowledge to achieve it in 12 months versus 5 years, because you've had to accumulate it yourself.
Whereas with OA, it's like you can give knowledge you can achieve tomorrow.
Does
that make sense? How many people are going to stick for it for their, let's say, 6 to 9, or even a year, like I said, that many months?
Because with OA and RA, it's easier to get that initial dopamine hit and reward, but then over the long term, it never gets easier. It's always chasing your tail to replenish stock. This one makes me laugh,
bro. When everyone says Amazon's saturated, I'm like, you've got, like you just said, dopamine hits. You've got like people who can't concentrate.
TikTok brain, mate. Brain rot.
Literally, you've got people. I'm saying, I swear on my life, I don't know how clear I can make this. If you just like put your effort into something, it will work. Obviously, I'm not like saying like if you put your effort into like flying, it's gonna work. But like something that you know is achievable, or you know someone's done before, it's very achievable if you just, because like think about who your competition is. That's all I'm gonna say. How many of these people are gonna literally work consistently for a year and apply themselves? You're not many people, bro. Like I don't know many people, bro, honestly, that aren't that are actually driven, if that makes sense.
It's rare now.
Very rare.
But it all comes back to this. It's because if there's not that instant gratification, like, then it's constantly questioning it, move on to the next one. And because there is so many side hustles out there that are marketed and stuff, they do it for a couple of months, not get that dream they've sold, then bounce to the next one, bounce to the next one.
Literal proof of this, bro. You know, a lot of these people who were selling Amazon education years ago do TikTok shop now. I'm like, you fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
You hypocrite. Where's all your content of Amazon's going to replace your full-time income? You're now telling people to sell pills on TikTok and sell, like, what is going on?
Yep. Yeah.
It's like you can literally tell who actually stuck to the business and built those foundations, or who sold a bit, sold mentoring, seen TikTok shops popping off. Now it's trying to sell TikTok shop mentoring. It's literally, you can see in front of your eyes, bro.
Yep.
What was the biggest giveaway for me was, you know when Temu did that thing?
What, the way you could get affiliate money or something?
You can make like 50 quid if you
referred someone, but you
had to literally sign away your fucking birth certificate, bro.
Yeah,
and I was like, what? And you had all these like people who were selling education, like shilling this a Temu link. I'm like, what is going on, bro?
We were getting questioned why we didn't post anything about that and why we didn't take advantage. Yeah, but the money's there. Yeah, but it is. But what does it say? And what is it? It is just an element of desperation. And to me, it just puts the message out there that you'll do anything for cash. It's not that you're fucking flying in the
getting attacked, bro.
It's not that you're
Temu agent.
It's not that you're actually. It just, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. The message that you're putting out there, if you're going to chuck shit like that to an audience who trust you for one line of business, and then you're just doing something else for a quick cash grab, what does it say about you as a person?
Yeah, like, even, obviously we can touch on that academy in a bit later, but like, it's heavily community based. Like, we'll do things for the community that don't make sense from a business perspective, really. Like,
but like spending £2,000 on a dinner and then going out spending thousands of pounds on alcohol just to bring people together and make them happy.
Literally, like, he just said it. You've just said it perfectly. There was no need for us to do that. We had all the reviews there. We had the testimonials, but we care.
Yeah.
Like, the proof is in the pudding. We care. We genuinely want to see these people have a good time. Yeah. Like, for us, it was more of a case of, we know these people are working their asses off. They deserve it.
Yeah.
They've
completed it. They've got, like, we want as well people to celebrate that they've actually committed to something.
Yeah.
How many people were saying, like, we got it, I think it was Will, where he was like, I've got direction now for my future. I know what I'm going to do. And, like, it might not be that he can celebrate that he's made 100 grand yet, but he can celebrate that he knows what he's going to be doing for the next 5 years. Do you know what I mean? Because so many people just walk aimlessly through life all the time, don't know what's happening next. If you can put someone on track, there you go, that's a box ticked.
This is something for me I want to touch on, actually. I do not care what really speaking, when I weigh up the two things, let's say my Amazon business is, let's say, right now we're at 100k a month. Yeah, that feels nice.
Yeah.
But for me, one message from someone, like, hey, you've changed my life.
Yeah.
That eclipses that tenfold.
Yeah.
Like in my head, like the feeling I get from someone messaging like I've had many messages, you've changed my life. This is life changing. Yeah. This program, I'm not even chatting shit. This is literally actual messages we receive. You can check out the testimonials. Like, this program, it's life changing. It's like the people we've met, the information, the mindset shift and everything. That for me is worth more than any numerical numbers.
Yeah.
Like you said, we spent literally $5,000 upwards that we didn't have to.
Yeah.
It's because we care.
Just to bring people together.
Literally. Yep. And we have the power to bring people together. And that's something I remember when we first started working together, I was like, we've got to really get the, like, community aspect side of it, like, tight, because that's powerful.
Yeah. And as well, it's like, it also means that there could be new business opportunity in the future.
Literally.
Meet new people. You don't know what's going to happen. Those people that if we can put people in a room that we actually do know. They've gone through your education. They now understand certain things. We want them, if and a big opportunity came up in a year down the line, we want them to think that well of us that they pick up the phone, right, let's do it together.
Literally, like we had people last intake or the last in-person meetup, property developers talking about property together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who knows? They might go into I know if I ever get into investment property, I know who I'm calling.
Yeah.
Got the people there. It's literally like what people don't understand is like we was on like on our calls. Let's say it was 8 p.m. Some of them went on till 10:30, 11
Mm-hmm.
for over the span of 3 months or so. So literally, we've got to know these people very, very well.
Yeah.
Met them in person, and obviously we've got those relationships there now.
Yep.
And
people don't forget as well, because like when you've done such a good job, it's not like when we've done what we've done and what we've put out there, what we've built. These people don't forget.
Yeah.
They I don't want to say it in this way, like almost feel indebted, but they will. They've been great. Everyone we've worked with, in the sense that they charge 4 times more. This is too much. Like it says it all.
As a previous client from a
previous client, yeah,
from a different company.
What? Yeah. Actually, yes. People who's been through other programs when they did H said that you should be charging 4 times more, and that's it's but it's great. It's great knowing that we've done that.
Yeah, and even like you can, like anyone who's jumped on the program, like we haven't even told, like I said, what program we're talking about, but obviously the Wholesale Academy, like even what Pep did. Pep won a cash giveaway. He said, just give it to the next intake. They deserve, like... Yeah,
he said, give us a discount or
something. He's like, thank you so much for the education. Give them my money, basically.
Yeah. Now, there's one thing that... I know this is going to be... We're taking a zigzag here. But it's... I want you to stress now to these people...
Why are you laughing?
Because it's the story that we're going up in flames, right?
Oh, yeah. The kaboom. That message, bro.
Now, look, you had something extremely bad happen to your business. However, what it does is demonstrate something so powerful that when you know how to do something and you've done it once and you've got that knowledge, you just do it again. You start again. Not burn your warehouse.
I love how you started the segue with a laugh.
So go on.
Yeah, guys, this is so bad, but let me just laugh at it first. But yeah, what Jack's referring to is, it was probably, I would say, like mid last year. So I'll paint a picture of my life, right? Life was going good, man. Life's going good. Literally, got a puppy. Life's going good. Got a new car. Everything was going well. Warehouse. Had a beautiful warehouse. Literally got it freshly renovated for me. Sockets where I wanted it, paint I wanted it, toilet, nice little kitchenette, nice little office area. All was going nice, fine and dandy, all of that stuff. Everything was good. Literally business was going well. Amazon side of things, obviously with the warehouse space, we was going into Shopify. So Shopify development website was literally up and running. Literally had it in the infancy stages because I wanted to scale out. Shopify, eBay, because obviously we have the space. Very important for those of you who are thinking about getting a warehouse. You are paying, remember this, you're paying for each square foot. Some little warehouse tips before I go on. Tips, every time you touch stock, that costs you money. So ensure you have systems and processes in place to ensure you are touching the stock as least as possible, first of all. Second of all, if there's stock sitting in your warehouse, that's dead money. So try and list it, Shopify, eBay, try and get it moving. Because you're paying for every square foot in our warehouse. Make use of it. That's a mistake I made with my first premises. Obviously paying for that. However, it had a downstairs and upstairs. I couldn't really use the upstairs to store stock, which was the whole point of the space. It was to utilize that square footage to get stock in and out. Obviously, I learned after 9 months. I was like, holy shit, wait, hang on a second, I'm paying for this, but I'm actually using half of it. Next space, it was 99% warehouse industrial space to store pallets, have the packing stations, have all my lovely equipment, which I invested thousands and thousands in. Shout out that lovely scale as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so beautiful warehouse. And so literally just got a new puppy. I thought, you know what? Actually, I don't know if I've told you this actually. It's the day I was due to have a couple of pallets turn up at the warehouse that day, and B, a meeting at the warehouse that day as well. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Day before, in the evening, last second, meeting got cancelled. I was like, okay, I've still got to go in. Because I was planning, because I've just got the puppy, I thought I'll stay home with the pup. Just got cancelled. I was like, oh shit, I still got to go in. Deliveries are turning up. So morning came. I was like, hang on a second. It says the pallets are no longer coming today. I can stay at home. Okay, I'm going to touch back on this pallets tracking later on. Obviously didn't go in. Chilling, playing my puppy. I got a call from my girlfriend. I was like, okay, why is she calling me? She should be at work. Like, she normally wouldn't just call me during the day. She's at work. And I was like, okay. I was like, you can stay there. Let me play my little dog. Yeah. She called me again. I was like, okay, what's going on here? I picked up the phone. I was like, yes, what are you saying? You good? She was like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you at work? I'm like, wait, no, I'm at home playing with the little one, mate. What are you on about? Stop laughing, bro. But yeah. I was like, no, I'm at home. Why? She said, have you not seen the news? I was like, no, I haven't done anything. Why? Like, I'm not going to be on the news. She was like, no, are you not at work? I'm like, no, I'm at home. She's like, your work's on fire? I was like, ha ha, very funny. It's not April the 1st. What are you on about? She's like, no, I'm not taking the piss. It's on fire? I was like, wait, what? News? Tell me why I'm seeing 4K. 4K. Obviously, it's funny now. At the time, it wasn't very funny. It was quite a... Shut up, bro.
No, I'm still stuck on when... Do you know what made me laugh, mate? When you fucking said, answered the phone and went, you know what you're saying?
Obviously, but that tone quickly shifted. And then, yeah, literally helicopter footage or drone footage or whatever. I don't give a shit what footage it was, right? I could see everything in fire. I was like, oh shit, what is going on? Literally,
So it was the whole industrial estate?
It was a strip of the industrial estate.
Yeah.
Obviously, my premises was on that strip. So I'm like, what is going on? But like, it was like one of them. Like, I was like, am I sure? Like, mine is there? Like, because it was like a shit ton of smoke. Like the cloud of smoke, literally went. Like you could see it throughout the whole of Birmingham. They also said later I realised, if it went, let's say it went in this direction, because the wind was blowing this way. If it went that way, there was like 2 industrial like building size petroleum like tanks. If it went that way, like bro, Birmingham would have been like in the mud basically. But luckily it didn't go that way. But yeah, so I was like, there's a lot of smoke. I was like, okay, if God exists, right, mine ain't on fire. It was on fire.
The wind made sure that one pushed it in your direction.
Yeah, bro. So I'm there calling. I'm calling like the lady that works in the canteen, staff. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm not in. Like, is it my place? Is it my place? Is it my place? They're like, oh, sorry, we can't really say, but like, it does look like it's on. I'm like, you prick. I'm like, oh shit. So obviously right now I can laugh about it, but obviously at the time for me it was like everything of the last 4 years I've worked for just gone. I was like, what? I literally in my head, I remember saying to my girlfriend, I was like, what am I meant to do? I sacked off the football. Too far gone now. Like, what am I meant to do? Everything's gone. Everything's gone. I was like, what do I do? Like, I was literally questioning my life. I was like,
did they ever find out what caused it?
I'll touch on that in a bit. What do I do? Literally everything, like even the little things, bro. Like the stuff I started with like even like the sentimental things. Like that was my first label printer.
Yeah.
That was my first. Shut
You made me laugh, and I was literally listening, but you started. Like, I actually was going to say that. No, I fully get it, like, because when you're going into meltdown mode, mate, you're just starting to attach sentimental value to even
Mate,
like
it's
stuff
like,
that you've not even.
Yeah, like that scale, bro.
Yeah,
It never meant anything to me.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like a case. How can I? It's hard to like convey it in words, bro. But it was like every part of the journey was in that premises. Every part, like my first ever, like everything, first packing bench. Literally, because obviously the way I saw it was, okay, this is the base now for this business. This is the base for the wholesale business. We had packing stations set up, monitors, keyboards, expensive industrial scales. I had like 16 pallets in there at the time. Office space, kit out, kitchenette area, toilet. Everything was literally, I was built literally everything. A nice little showroom area. It was all kitted out perfectly to like, okay, we're now scaling into Shopify, eBay, doubling down on Amazon, just keeping everything churning, ordering higher value, higher amounts of stock because we can now hold it. We got more space. And it was just like for me, it was like, okay, there's one thing, like all the stock being gone, but it was just like everything that was there, part of the journey just gone, bro.
Yeah, it's just like it's like
my first ever notebook I had making notes on Amazon, gone.
It's the most cliche thing ever, in a way, that your business is burned down to the ground, like actually physically gone, like destroyed, and it's just, I think it's actually the worst nightmare.
But you know, what I was alluding to earlier, like I should have been in that day.
Yeah.
Really speaking,
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, my guy cancelled the meeting last second because I think he was feeling ill or had a toothache or something like that, or he had to go dentist, something like that. And my delivery was delayed, so for whatever reason, I just didn't go in that day. Funnily enough, like I said, I'll touch back on it. My delivery actually never got delayed. For some reason, I thought it got delayed. So when I actually logged onto the tracking, it said it was going to get delivered that day, but for some reason, I don't know how, it actually was due to get delivered that day.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so I accidentally thought it said, no, it's getting delivered today, but it said it's getting delivered today, which made me not go in.
Yeah.
So I was literally phoning. I was like, trying to find what's happening. Literally, I spoke to a girl that literally had a premises opposite, which was fine. And she was like, it was the scariest thing I've ever seen. Like 1 second of smoke, the next second everything was on fire. Literally just like that.
Yeah, just everything like.
Yeah, so it was like, for me at that time, it was just like, what do I do? I remember thinking like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's much worse that things happen. But obviously, me at that time in that state, I was like, what have I done? Like,
because it's. At that point, you're not actually going to be in a rational state whatsoever, are you? Like, when you can look back at it now, you think, well, actually, I still had all this knowledge in my head. I still done this once. I could do it again. But in that moment, it's meltdown mode, literally. Like,
yeah, meltdown mode.
But yeah, and nothing. You're not going to do anything to be able to like actually productively get out. You've got to give yourself that time to just fucking process what's fucking happened.
I don't think still I haven't processed it, bro. I've just like left it. I've just literally that's happened. Just move forward because I don't know.
I think this is a good lesson in this though, and I think you should go on to that because so many people, and again, like you see, like I've had a business that was very profitable for a long time, and then we had to shut it down. Like, got other businesses that aren't doing the best, but it's still push forward, and it's not sort of fixating and dwelling on that issue. It's how do I bounce back, change, and move forward. But a lot of people can't do that.
My mindset was, sorry to interrupt, but my mindset was literally, what on earth is me feeling sorry for myself going to do? Yeah. What on earth is me thinking, oh shit, this is happening? What's that going to do for me? Yeah. That is going to do nothing for me, apart from just keep me like
in a hole, wasting time.
Just procrastinating, bro. That's going to do nothing for me whatsoever. Like, I need to move forward. I can't just sit there. Nothing's going to happen then. I can't just think about the past. Nothing's going to happen. It's gone. Okay, it's gone. Now what? Now what are the next steps? What's happening legally with what's happened? Insurance, are you going to help me? No. Okay, brilliant. Mm-hmm. Now what? So it was literally from there, how can I move forward?
So
that was literally
how did it happen?
Apparently, well, it's still being investigated. Mm-hmm. There was rumours about solar panels or something like that, and all of that stuff. But no one actually knows because obviously the police are looking into it.
What did
But forensics were around and all that stuff. So
did you ever actually get to go and see it?
they knocked it all down.
Yeah.
I saw it. Now there's nothing there. Just all knocked down. So you got that stage.
What, like that
empty.
one strip has just gone completely?
Bang. Yeah. It's all gone. So yeah. So now, to be fair, so if I'm in the area, I'll go around driving like like one of them.
Yeah. So then, right, position it. How long did it take you in reality to fully understand that you still had that knowledge in your head and you've still bounced back and you've still got to this point? At what point did you have to sit yourself down, get back on track, and then what's that journey been like since?
So for me, it was like, because what we've got to remember is, like you said, I got that knowledge in my head, but you've got to realize like that knowledge isn't like, I would say it was borderline addiction to accumulate that knowledge, bro. Like, for example, let's say if I was at the gym, in my earphones, it wouldn't be music, it'd be Amazon podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally constantly feeding my brain. In the sauna, Amazon podcasts. Everything, all the time, literally Amazon podcasts. So all that information, it's like I've accumulated as much information as I could from the internet and all the information from my experiences. So it was a case of, okay, start again. But now, obviously in my head, I did know that, okay, I've obviously still got those brand exclusivity relationships there, which helped, and still the supply relationships there. Nothing's changed from an actual, nothing's actually changed. Like in my head, it was like, hang on a second. Yes, I've lost all this financially.
Yeah.
And yes, I've lost the premises, which I was tied down
like
to for the next
side
X amount of years. No word of lie. In my head, it was like, how can I turn this into a positive? And it was like, I've got to move forward. What's the advantage of this? Okay, now I'm not tied down to a location.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to work from this, like, premises, prep center. Okay, we've got that. We've got the relationships. Let's pivot the business. Let's go from utilizing square footage in the warehouse and utilizing Shopify and eBay, and trying to obviously, because that was obviously getting up and running. We're doing about 4 figures a month in sales on eBay. It was high 4, ish. Shopify, we were getting a couple of sales a day, which for me was like crazy.
Yeah,
like,
because you just started it.
It's new. I was actually pivoting into obviously having a Shopify store, which was obviously stock we was holding, and also drop shipping stuff as well from different UK suppliers, and also leveraging into email offers lists as well, which is a different type of business model whereby you can just ping across an email offer and send it to a customer list which you build up, and then just take the margin in the middle. But for me, it was like, okay, I can actually achieve location freedom here.
Yep.
Whereby I'm not tied down, and I can really achieve time freedom, because what clicked for me in the warehouse was, if I really want the freedom, I'm gonna need a warehouse manager to manage everything that's going on. I can't really be that free. So for me, it was like, okay, let's turn this into a positive. Let's outsource literally most of the business. Obviously, that would take a bit of a hit on the margins. However, what am I getting?
You're buying back time.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I would not be able to do this if I still had all that in place. Or I would be able to do this, but it'll cost the business. Now this does not cost the business. Now this enables me to actually do that academy. Otherwise, it would have been very, very difficult to me to try and do the two things together. Or like it would have taken much longer to launch the product, and that took months to launch anyway, Wholesale Academy. And it would have been like a lot more, like now, an hour down the business, I'm sweet. Right, I'm happy with where it's at. I can scale it more. Do I want to? I'm happy with where it's at. If I was to scale it more, it'd probably take, well, it would most definitely take more time on my behalf now. But for me, I'm just happy with where it's at, honestly. And like I alluded to earlier, I get way more satisfaction of the messages I get and actually helping people than seeing than that dopamine hit, which is sort of a one-off for me, refreshing sellers.
Yeah, it's the first thing that people get addicted to with selling on Amazon, isn't it? And like, I think everyone can be guilty of it, where you sat refreshing it, but it's only going to last so long. And this is like one thing where I've talked about this on the podcast before. You sort of stop attaching happiness on that financial metric, and you start thinking, okay, well, could I actually maybe take a little bit of a hit financially, but have time to do more of what I want? And that is the whole plus with wholesale, isn't it? You can do this.
That's the thing with me. I think that just shows it's like, for example, now with Amazon business, I don't need to spend much time on it. Mm-hmm. I could easily just not do much, really.
Yeah.
But like with the type of person I am, I have to be doing something. That's why, like now with the Wholesale Academy, I'm making sure that hours are being put in, and this product which we've put together is the best on the market by not just it's undoubtedly the best on the market by at least a 10x multiplier, because I'm just like, it has to be in my head. Like there's no point in doing it. Like I just can't release something or do something that's half-assed, basically.
So like I had a call with someone the other day, and they were like, just don't understand why H would want to teach it. Don't understand. And I went, well, if you meet him, one, extremely competitive, he's achieved what he's set out to achieve, and now he can go into a new field and go and achieve more. And
it's fun. It's like
something new. But it's also rewarding for you intrinsically, where you said you get that message, said it gives you something that scrolling doesn't do anymore.
And you got to realise, you can tell I like doing it, because why on earth else would I be sat there on my weekday evenings when I could be out for dinner? Why else would I be sat there at 10 p.m. on a Zoom call by myself? There is my whole office block. It's derelict. There's no one there. It's just me talking about Amazon, and I don't need to be doing it. That should literally show I like doing it. So I wouldn't do it. Why else would I literally be sat there filming pre-recorded videos? Why else would we implement Q&As? There's no need for us to do weekly Q&As. We could just have ticket support, which we have.
I think it's as well, mate. I always say it's like, look, if you're an entrepreneur, you enjoy building new things and seeing ideas come to fruition. It doesn't necessarily, like, you could, in reality, you could have set out to do this, or maybe go and build a drinks brand, something, but it's not necessarily around the product, but it's about taking that idea, and then bringing it to life and seeing it work, seeing it impact.
We can take that back to Amazon, because yes, I started with wholesale, but then I went into brand exclusivity as well. Because there's a gap in the market with brand exclusivity, because you've got too many idiots contacting brands saying, can we have exclusivity? The value we're going to offer you is going to make your images a bit shinier and fix your titles. I'm like, no, you dunce. Like, that's not going to... Any agency can do that. You've got to literally... I'll give everyone a rundown on brand exclusivities. When you represent brands exclusively on Amazon, mistake people make is I'll call a brand and say, look, we can offer you value. Okay, what value? We'll edit your images, edit your titles, edit your bullet points. No, any agency could do that. What you actually have to do is use your expertise. Use your, for example, experience of selling on Amazon. Use data points which are there on Amazon. Show these brands on Amazon. Basically, okay, you're currently doing 5K a month. You should be doing 15K a month on Amazon, according to data points X, Y, and Z. Look at this piece of data. Look at this piece of data. And you're literally presenting these brands with pictures, showing them, look, you are missing money here, according to actual real life data. So you're literally showing them. Literally, I've helped, for example, two brothers, well, one pair of brothers, right? Tie down an exclusivity deal. That brand turns off 20 million a year. And that sales rep, I've literally got it on my YouTube channel, a chat with them. That sales rep didn't even let them get through the brand, like the presentation deck. He was like, I've never seen anything like this before. We are going to work together. Because it's literally, you got to realize we're stuck in this like sort of new era. So your job is, when you're going for exclusivity, obviously different to wholesale, it's tying together. You're translating essentially Amazon information into their information, to their market, and showing them, look, hang on a second, you should be doing this on Amazon. We'll do that for you if you give us exclusivity. Now, something I'll touch on, I didn't actually tell you this, but you know how I told you I had a meeting with one of those agencies in my office?
Yes.
Guess how that meeting ended?
Go on.
we work with brands who may want to sell on Amazon. So it went from, so for those of you listening, that meeting was originally for the Wholesale Academy, right? How can we scale the Wholesale Academy? They're like, okay, but we work with brands. We do marketing for brands, real physical product brands. They are either A, on Amazon, or B, not Amazon yet. I said, I know just exactly how to scale these brands. So now what they're doing currently, as we speak, talking to their brands and see if it's an avenue of business they want to go down. Because you've got to think, from a marketing agency standpoint, they are driving their clients more revenue via me if we end up working together. Because that's just another way in which Amazon can offer you opportunities you would never have thought of. So obviously, I went into that meeting for one reason. At that meeting, what came out of that was, okay, I can literally represent you on Amazon. And these people were like much older than me, 60, 70. They were like, wait, what? You can do this on Amazon? Just literally, obviously I was giving them strategies and and data points they could look at for these brands. And you can tell they were like, you know what you're talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
So it got to a point where they were literally like, after this, we're gonna call these brands and be like, okay, there's a huge opportunity here. Just based off things I was saying.
And this is where, at that spring fair, when you know what you're talking about, I watch you do it. You walk in and it just like oozes confidence when you're literally, you can say stuff with conviction, you can show them. And like, do you remember, was it Jungle Formula? Who like said like, we just don't have, you were saying to them like, you realised,
Expel.
Expel, that was it. Where you were just, you were mentioning to them like, look, do you have someone dedicated within your team to manage Amazon? We don't really think about it. And there's big companies out there where they haven't adopted it yet, so that gap is there.
It's a huge gap, bro. So many of these brands, some of them, like for example, placed an order yesterday. One of the brands I work with, literally phone call, sent me a payment link. Could pay via credit card, so that was great. Yeah. So accumulate some points, great, and also that increases the cash flow side of things as well. This brand, when I contacted them, they already had Amazon sellers selling their stock on Amazon. Yeah. So utilize certain strategies and methods to help position us up here.
Yep.
Based on experience.
Yep. And
this brand was literally dying for an Amazon seller. But the other two companies who were FBA, they could have got that deal before me, but they didn't have the knowledge.
Yep.
It's literally that. They could have been making over £1,000 a month off this one brand. It's one brand, but they just didn't have the knowledge. They 100% went down the route of, hi, we supply brick and mortar stores. Brand didn't have much time to pay to Amazon. They just want to get revenue wherever they can. No, I come in. We can represent you on Amazon. Let's sort this, and this out for you.
Mm-hmm. We're going to
tied up.
Yep.
It's so easy, bro. I shouldn't say it's so easy, but when you know what these brands want, what these companies are looking for, it's so doable. In the UK and abroad. Because there's companies abroad which are performing well in the UK marketplace who don't even have a base in the UK.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm just giving a gem to everyone. Like you can, it's so many ways to, if you just use your brain.
Yep.
And obviously it's easy for me to say because I've got all these experiences and years of knowledge, but it's so possible if you just apply yourself.
So there's been something like a few changes recently, hasn't there, with Amazon, and like you've mentioned it to me before, where they're pushing people now more in the direction where you're probably going to have to transition into wholesale at some point from a longevity standpoint.
Yeah, like you've got.
Can you explain it?
Yeah, you've got Amazon obviously now. Amazon's gating, like now it's gone, like was 10 units, now it's 100 units. So when you're ungating, they want to see an invoice with 100 units. In America, it's even worse, like it's gone even higher. So I think that's a clear indication from Amazon, like if you're on here and you want to be doing serious numbers with us and you want to actually grow a business on here, we're going to want to see some bigger units, obviously, which you're going to get from wholesale, purchasing larger amounts of units from your suppliers.
Yeah,
which obviously,
when you're doing OA, like, yeah, you might be able to get an invoice from some places, but you're probably going to be hit with quantity limits.
Yeah.
So you're not, if you with 10, you can do.
Yeah.
You can do it with even like, I think it's now with A2A stuff, like, it's like 40 odd units, but you're restricted to how many you can buy as a business.
Yeah, so Amazon's really like trying to indicate to people, even in like a lot of Amazon's policies and whatnot in terms of service, you see like they really like want their sellers that are in it for the long run, right? Trying to build these businesses to be buying from authorized distributors, brands directly.
It's protecting themselves. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they don't want their brand image damaged by people that are selling fake goods.
Yeah, literally, like it's people. That's the thing. People complain that Amazon are too strict, but you can understand why. Like we had the whole issue that happened a couple of months ago with
Move.
Yeah. Like from an Amazon standpoint, I'd be even more strict.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, every single unit you send into my marketplace, I want an invoice for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'd do it. Because like you can literally right now, I could buy fake Colgate selling on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get bought.
Yeah.
It's like funny story. I do not buy off Amazon right now.
Yeah.
I don't buy off Amazon. If I do, it has to be sold directly by Amazon.
Yeah.
All my family members, I've told them, don't buy off Amazon. Before you buy anything, send it to me. I'll pre-qualify it for you.
Yeah.
Literally, because I'm not having like, literally, people I know buying shampoo that's sold by a third-party seller, or pet products sold by a third-party seller. It's like unless it's sold by Amazon.
Yep. We've seen it before where people have been selling like fake toothbrush heads off AliExpress, sold it by the boatload, still branded. You wouldn't know. If you opened it, you probably wouldn't think much of it, but it's still not, you're not going to be getting the same quality, are you?
Story time. Talking to a supplier a couple of years ago now, and obviously I'm not going to mention the name of the brand or anything. So a stupidly huge volume of fake electrical goods were being sold on Amazon. But there's literally, as a customer, there is no way to tell that the products are fake. Now, how does this happen? How does something like this happen whereby you can have two products right next to each other and they look identical? One's fake, one's not. So what was happening was the factory in China, there was someone within that factory smuggling out all the outer cases of this well-known electrical brand, smuggling out all the outer cases, taking that stock and shoving just dodgy random electricals in that product. So it looks like it's the original. It acts like the original, but it's not the original. So what people were doing, I'm not sure if they still are, probably still are, getting this stock in the UK, selling on Amazon. And the only way you're able to tell if it's a fake or not, which is when an issue comes up, you ring the company and that company will be like, okay, look in this part of the product, what's the code? So there's no code there. Like a certain sticker, right? Or let's say...
to identify it. So basically it's for warranty.
Or let's say a sticker, or... Because obviously I don't want to give it away. Or let's say a setting which you put on some... But it's still a very clear giveaway as to whether it was fake or not. Or a certain number of buttons you could click and something happens. Something like that. I don't want to give it away. Yeah. They're like, it's not working. Sorry, you got a fake. Where'd you buy it from? Amazon. So how do I know all this? Because I was literally talking to the one, or I think two authorized distributors in the UK of this product, of this brand. Yeah. They were literally like, this is a huge issue. This is happening. What you're seeing on Amazon, it's all fake. But 99% of it's fake. We don't supply these guys.
Yeah.
So they were actively battling that issue at the time.
Yeah.
So it's like you have people doing dodgy stuff on Amazon. There's no way of telling.
It is. It's like with the whole Move thing, it's that loads of people were as well. There was a fake product, but it wasn't until that one Chinese seller came on and destroyed the profitability of that and then damaged a lot of people's businesses. People who were selling legit branded Move still got penalised.
Do you want to give a rundown on the Move situation?
With the Move situation, it was basically like some sort of dog treatment, wasn't it? And there was a couple of deaths noted. I don't know if it was one or a few from people. A Chinese seller came on the listing. There was fake suppliers of this product in the UK. Like I knew for a fact, because of some contacts and relationships we have in the UK, that the prices that people were getting offered it, that I know, at prices that actually weren't logical, that the manufacturer themselves couldn't sell it for. So then that It's either then it's come off the back of a lorry and it's legit, and it's been robbed, or it's fake. And then but people who had been selling even like the legit YouMove branded products, they couldn't give the invoice, which no one could, especially like in certain cases. If you, I don't know, whatever, if their supply chain wasn't watertight, they couldn't give those invoices, and as a result, dishing out refunds left, right, and centre. No, people that have like lost, that had to refund 70 grand. And how do you plan when you're running a business like Amazon, which is so capital intensive anyway, and cash flow so important? You've got 70 grand got to go out in refunds, and it all happens in a day. You're fucked. It can cripple you overnight. So yeah, that caused a massive issue, and it sort of it's probably going to shift the future for products going forward.
I don't blame Amazon. Like, honestly, from a customer standpoint, like even shampoos, toothpaste, stuff like that, I think like obviously you've got the gating process and all that, but I just think they're well within their right to request these documents.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like now in like the whole Amazon space, people are very like how can I word this? People are very gating such an issue. It's like, hang on a second, Amazon's just trying to do right, really.
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to, okay, we want to make sure this person wants to sell this stock that a human ingests, for example. Want an invoice? Fair enough. It's rightly so.
Do you know what? Like, even though, like, do you know how it's going to become harder, the gating thing? But people who have used gating as an excuse to not get in when it was easier, it's just fucking lazy. You are still following a simple process. There's a clear, actionable steps to take to get ungated.
And I literally, as cliche as this sounds, the longer that you wait, the worse position you're in. In anything. For example, opportunity cost. Let's say you start today. Imagine how many how much information, how many suppliers you can contact, how much knowledge you can accumulate in the next 3 months. If you took action today, right, or started that business today, started selling on Amazon today, it's 3 months of mistakes, lessons, learning, and knowledge you're going to accumulate. And it's literally a case of, now that touches back to you saying, let's say people are complaining about gating. Okay, that makes Amazon high barrier to entry. There's going to be less actual serious sellers selling, which is great for the sellers that are actually making money.
If you're someone who's willing to overcome a small hurdle, which if you're willing to set up a business, you should be very fucking prepared to ride a lot of waves.
And fires.
And fires, yeah. That, like, if anything, it's just a plus for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, for me, I think people got to think of this in general outside of Amazon, but internally with Amazon, it's like, okay, shit, Amazon sent me this email. They want this, this, and this. Or they've closed this listing. Okay, we haven't done anything wrong. Let's fight it. Most sellers will crumble here. And the more issues like that you can overcome, the more money you're going to make. It's simple business. The more issues you can overcome, the higher barrier to entry you get in any business, the more money you're going to make because it's more exclusive. So I feel like I was saying, the fact that it's getting more, I shouldn't say difficult in a way, but high barrier to entry in a way is good for the actual sellers that want to make money and build something, because it'll get rid of all the time wasters. And as well, those time wasters, like I said earlier, they're wasting time, which is costing them opportunities and money.
Money's left on the table. Yeah,
man. Also, one relationship with wholesale can literally change your business. That's the thing. Literally one supplier can literally turn your business on the head. One supplier, one brand exclusivity deal. Now, for example, let's say if I tie down a brand exclusivity deal. So, for example, one of the brands I work with, random example, just because I mentioned it earlier, upwards of $1,000 a month in profit, right? Great. Now, there's no difference between the brand I've just mentioned, which was very not, obviously for me, it's not difficult to get based on the knowledge I have, right? But for everyone to understand how opportunistic Amazon can be, just imagine that brand, was, let's say, currently their products are average between, I would say, 10 and 20 quid. Okay, reasonable. Imagine the average sell price for that brand was, let's say, double that. So all it really takes is there, when you think about it, it's not, oh, we're going to have to find a harder to locate brand. It's not we're going to have to negotiate harder. It's not we're going to have to utilize more advanced strategies. No, the principles are all the same. It's literally the only difference is the sell price for the products. So you could literally double your income with the same knowledge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that should help people understand how opportunistic working with certain brands can be.
Yep.
And as soon as I realized I'm brand exclusivity, I was like, hang on a second, I've got this set of tools, data, knowledge, I can use it. And my income really isn't capped. It's not like, oh, this brand's going to make me $3,000 a month or $3,000 a month in profit. I'm going to have to do more analysis or negotiate harder. No. The only difference really on the grand scheme of things is, okay, what's the sell price? And usually the higher sell price, the higher our profit per units are.
Yep.
So it's literally just one of them.
And so on that, and you're talking, I know you said a little bit earlier about one brand, like locking in a brand could change your business. So Wholesale Academy, some of the results we've had. Do you want to mention who's the US, the guy that's just done the US deal?
So one brand, one distributor, one wholesale can change your business. Like for example, Adam, right? He paid for education elsewhere. I'm pretty sure he actually came onto this program due to whatever happened with previous education and whatnot.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with the previous stuff, was he?
Wasn't happy. So we got him on this one, and within 2 months, tied down a deal, which makes him 1.5k a month exclusivity with an American supplier. As a result of the knowledge he picked up. So 2 months, 1.5k a month, just because of knowledge. And now you can rinse and repeat that knowledge. Great thing is, what can he now do? Every single negotiation he can go into now, what's he got? A case study?
Yep.
Be like, okay, call these guys.
Yep.
I've done it for these guys. Call them.
Yep.
So every single negotiation he now goes into in the future, he's got an arm up, a leg up.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly. And then then when you build that portfolio out over time, it just gets stronger and stronger, and your ability to leverage that and negotiate further only increases. Just put in that work in at first.
Yeah. So we had that.
Who else have we had? We've had so for anyone, right? We keep talking about Wholesale Academy. H, do a rundown.
So
what is it?
So currently, it's as you know, live program.
Yep.
So we have 2 calls a week, educational call and a Q&A. Q&A can last anywhere between, depends how many questions people have, but we've had it run from, usually it's about an hour. We've had it run from half an hour sometimes, 2 hours sometimes, an hour and a half sometimes. Educational session every week. This runs over 12 weeks, by the way. Educational session every week. That's around an hour and a half to sometimes it's been, it's either an hour and a half or 2.5 hours. I think sometimes it's even run on to 3 hours. So there's no skimping there.
Yep.
We have pre-recorded materials with that. So after sessions, you'll literally get pre-recorded videos of me doing everything, screen recorded, which are there available for you. You have templates, scripts, homeworks, quizzes, worksheets, cheat sheets, glossaries. Like I said, a lot of work has gone into it.
It's a 5-year brain dump for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
compacted
literally
into a structured pathway, which, as we said earlier,
slide decks as well.
Think about it and how you value your time, and this is where a lot of people end up thinking, oh yeah, you're going to have to pay for the education. Well, yeah, it's took you 5 years to combine all that knowledge. So it's clearly
I've lost my, and a burnt down premises.
Yeah, 5 years, and look, you're not going to make you a millionaire overnight, but you're going to be able to build a long-term, sustainable and profitable business. And if you can get to, let's say you get 6 figures a month and it can be done in a year, well, you've just saved yourself an extra 4 years to keep scaling further and beyond, because you value your time and don't, sort of feel offended that you have to contribute something financially. Not everything should be free. Why should your knowledge be free? It shouldn't be. It's not right. And I think the people, when they learn that, at the end of the day, it's just university anyway. A university course is just information from the internet packaged up in a certain way and delivered and taught to you. It's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, but the
But if
difference
yours
is
is business and it's from yourself,
yeah, and the worst thing is the lecturer's read it off a book and
Yeah.
is reading what he said in the book in front of a class. I'm literally giving real life examples.
Yeah.
I've created the educational
Yeah.
materials.
Yeah.
It's all there.
structured learning, but this one actually makes you money.
Yeah, and we've got as well in person
Yeah.
education. It's literally
It goes on.
there's no program like it literally, but there's everything. You got 24/7 support, lifetime support.
Yep.
It's we've got future events as well.
Yep. So we are looking at doing events where we go abroad, do masterminds. So it could be 3 days, get a big villa, and we deliver a lot of education there. Dinners every night, beers of course. But it's a social thing as well, and you're being around people who are on the same path as you. They've got the same goals as you. Like that meeting we had today, he was like, I picked up a lot of Amazon, but I miss the community. There's no one that like I'm around that
It's
is doing
lonely.
this. Yeah.
It's lonely. Like for example, with me, like I said, Discord was completely new to me. It was just me.
Yeah.
It was literally just me trying to build a business, and now look.
Yeah.
And I would have done what I did in 5 years in a much shorter time if I had a community.
Yeah. And it's just having the ability to leverage other people's knowledge. Like, there's so much value attached to knowledge, and working with other people, like we said before, everything's transactional. So don't be thinking about it just between you and a wholesaler. Think about it with you and the person that's on the program next to you. Right, well, what have they picked up? They might have took something away from you that I didn't understand. So then you go and speak to them. You do stuff together. You then go into like business together. You both contribute equal things, get value from each other, and learn, build, and then hopefully make a shit ton more money just because you are making relationships, both with the people that you're learning with and with your wholesalers, distributors, brands.
Yeah, like the product that we've put together, like I touched on earlier, I know what's in the other programs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too competitive for a program to be, let's say, double the quality of theirs. It'll have to be more than double. And you've got the reviews there. Like, it's not like we just decided, we're going to do a program. It's like, okay, no, we're going to make the best program out there. We're going to create real in-person relationships. We're going to actually make this real, and create something much more powerful than anything you see.
Yep. And we do that, like we said, you get your private dinner, you get the in-person education, you get access to all the live training over 12 weeks, and then you get included to any future opportunities like the travelling abroad. That's not going to be sold to anyone who's not in the community. It's just people who worked before, because then that's probably your next stage of development, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of, because you got to remember, I've been doing Amazon to do Amazon, not to sell a program at the end of it, which is what most people do. Most people literally, let me learn Amazon and sell a shit course on how to sell in stock. No, I've literally been selling on Amazon, lost it all, built it back up off the knowledge I already had. I built, and then I've decided to help people with it on a grand scheme and make a full program. Right, it's completely different. To all the other absolute beep 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 you see out there.
That's it. So I guess rounded up here. Got anything else to add, Hitch?
I would say, because you've got to remember as well, anyone watching this, I promise you, I was in your shoes. Like, I don't know which camera I'm looking at, but
I'll look at some.
That one. I was literally in your shoes, right? Listening to Amazon podcasts, trying to extract valuable information that could give me an edge in business, right? And I think for me, if I was listening to a podcast back then, what would I want to hear? Is really just sit there and wherever you're sat, right? If you're eating your food or whatever, if you're driving, just think about what you want from this business. Do you want to make a couple $100 a month whereby you're exchanging time for value? Or do you actually want to put the work in, build foundations of a business, develop relationships with companies, be an asset to the companies you are working with, put yourselves in those situations whereby you're meeting reps in person, whereby you're analyzing certain piece of data, analyzing certain products of suppliers, and giving them advice on, let's say for brands, how they can grow their brand. Let's say for wholesalers, what sorts of different SKUs they can source in for you that they've never stocked before. So then them going to their suppliers and saying, look, we want this product, and this product, these quantities, what's your target price, things like that, or what price can we get from you? Do you want to do that whereby you work with companies, or do you want to make a couple of £100 here and there, make a bit of cash on the side, or do you want to build a real business? Because there's a huge difference between the two. And I feel like if I was watching a podcast like this back then, obviously for me then, I had a vision of what I wanted to do, but me now knowing how most, obviously, because I'm in the aftermarket server, I know what the members or what questions are asked. For me, it'd be a case of, okay, why are you doing this? Why are you selling on Amazon? What is your end goal here? Is it to make a couple £100, or do you want to build a real long-term business and then use that to obviously decide the actions that you take?
Right, H, thank you for coming on, mate.
No worries.
Say, H's Instagram will be down below, so give him a follow. Any questions, ping them to him there. I'm going to speak for him. I'm sure he's going to be happy to answer. But we will also have a link to book calls. So if you are interested in the Wholesale Academy, you can book a call in, just a qualification call. Ask any questions. There's no obligation. We're not pushy salespeople. At the end of the day, we only want to be what you just said. We only want to be working with people who are actually motivated.
I would rather, like, for example, the call is more of a case of, I'll be a good fit. It's not a case of, we want to work with you. It's like, are you a good fit for the program?
Because we've advised some people as well at times where they've not been in the best position to start and say, okay, let's revisit this in 6 months.
Yeah.
Come back. We're not going anywhere, but we don't want to mislead you. And let's say if you're not in the best position now due to external variables in your life, well, we don't want to add more pressure. We want you to work. We want you to come into this motivated, ready to go, and ready to make some real results and real money without being fucked around. So, mate, done? Rounded off?
Well done, bro.
Right, guys, subscribe. Make sure you follow H on Instagram. H has started putting out a load of content on his Instagram as well. So you can go and get nuggets of value for free. But remember, if you do want to come into the Wholesale Academy, scale your business, or even start wholesale, get booked in below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will speak very soon.